Hello, everybody. Hope y'all are doing well. Turn that down a little bit. Uh, Hello, everyone. If you're watching this now, if you're watching this with me, I hope today has found you well. Hope today was going good for you. If you're watching this later on and you see this, I hope the day found you well and you're doing amazing right now. And there's nothing that's bringing you down. If it is, I'd love to hear about it. I would try to help as much as I can. Um, but right now, the stream is just going to be, I'm not going to try and speed run. I'm just going to take it easy, go slow, relax a little bit, um, and see what happens. Oh, wait. I forgot something. No, no, I didn't. I didn't this time. Yeah. QR. QSS, I guess. Kind of just chilling. Need something to relax to. Kind of digging the music right now too. I don't know if you can hear it. What do we got? Oh, I started out with cuts. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm. Oh, Force of Echo? Yep.
scratch. I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me. An open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round. Welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head, constantly thoughts jumbled round. Think I need a new lobotomy. Wait, all these thoughts are too negative. I don't wanna get lost in the sedative. Gotta show 'em what I got, I'm competitive. You know I'm about to go off, I won't let 'em win. I'll take a stab, I wanna chase the bag. I wanna weigh, I can change all the things I lack. I gotta face the facts, I gotta taste and act. I'll
No.
be obsessed with the rest, I got an itch to scratch.
Well, I got a duplicator. Well. And wait here for a second. As long as we wait here for a second, we should be fine. Uh, Hopefully we can have a syllable in here. Oh, that's syllable. that sucks. No shop glitch. Mana prisms? Nope. Not even a library card. That sucks. There we go. Oh. I'm gonna turn that up a little bit. Excuse me. Da, da, da. Glad I came out there, check.
What's up, nerd?
Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
I need some ramen and then probably play some Pokemon, or I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself.
Oh.
But I took a nap, so we'll see how late I stay up.
Well, welcome, Mr. Derek the Diligentleman.
No, I kill you.
I think it's cute.
But people can't Google it.
Derek the Diligent?
Oh man, you add too much to it and people won't bother to remember it.
That's true. Ugh. How you been, man?
It's clever though, I do like it. I've been doing really good, I think. I don't freaking know. How am I doing? Oh no, now I don't know.
I feel you on that. I really do.
I think I'm doing good. I've gotten to kind of the full swing of content making much earlier than I anticipated.
Well, good job.
And also, like, my plans were in flux, and now I'm just kind of improvising my way through the process, which I think has been going well.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm having fun. Hopefully that counts for something.
Yeah, that's the main part, man. As long as
Yep.
you're having fun.
But earlier today, I was just like, I should type a thing out for tomorrow. And so, like, I started typing potential streams and videos I could film tomorrow. And then I realized, oh no, this list is 5 bullet points long. I have too much already.
Well, chill out there.
So we'll see what I end up doing tomorrow. But oh boy, I got options. I'm feeling I should try and probably avoid doing another Relict or Pokemon stream though, because those aren't super conducive to making videos. That's not entirely true. I could make another Relict video or two.
Yeah.
But on the shorter side this time. But for the other stuff though, those are the things that I could more put out as a video, because that's kind of what I'm needing to do right now, is to have something more stable I can put out on a consistent basis.
Okay.
And then once I figure that stuff out, and I feel like I have a consistent niche, then I can throw everything out the window and just start making Pokemon lore videos, because that's something I made.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, my friend.
Yeah, there's a lot of directions I could go. I'll need that luck. Thank you.
But you'll be fine.
It's hard to stay focused, man. There's so much. There's so much. This is why I like having plans. Everything was so simple. Why did you destroy my plans?
That's how I felt for the longest time. That's why I did a revamp for the channel. Instead of the Unkindled Angel, I went to Old As Gaming.
Mm.
I just found my fucking mana prism finally. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I get you.
Outside of that, I've been doing more Castlevania.
More Castlevania.
I felt kind
Funny
of
vampire man. Ooh.
And the funny thing is that I'm taking it casual right now. I really am, and I'm on pace. I'm on pace.
Oh, nice.
I'm on pace to beat my personal best.
Very good. Get there, man.
And I don't know why I'm on pace right now. Like, I'm missing 2 relics. I have a feeling that the 4th one's still in the first castle, but I need to find Form of Mist to get to it. Because I have 2 checks in the first castle still, which is the Silver Ring check and the Soul of Bat check. But I don't think it's at the library. I think it's at Silver Ring. And if it is, I'm getting really, really good. To the point where I can start predicting things. And if I can start predicting things, then I'm going to be, 30 million times better at lowering this hour and a half runtime. And the stream is going to be super short right now. I'm only doing a single run because I haven't streamed in a while. There's no content up there. And I miss playing this game. I was playing Destiny 2 earlier, and it's like That game, I'm just waiting on content for them to put out. Oh, by the way, when you went into your Relict class stuff, did you find anything interesting?
Yeah. I found a lot of problems with the Blink Mage and the Assassin because those were the two that I scrutinized. But I got Nost the details. He should be good to go there. And then it turns out that the intention is for the poisons for the poisons to give the poison status effect. It just isn't stated anywhere. But that was always the intention. So that fixes like 99% of my problems with the assassin. So it's really just like a few little errors and tweaks here and there. But I already got the guy the feedback for that, so ideally that gets updated whenever he gets around to it.
Okay.
So those two classes ideally should be improved, and other than that, I can't think of anything else I'd add to them. Then I went and worked on the antiquarian class, and I got a good skeleton out for that. Definitely a flavor-based skeleton at the very least. Some of it I can't do until I really know, like what kind of the items and proficiencies type system is gonna be, as well as what like kind of the traps and dungeoneering mechanics are gonna be like.
Yeah,
Um,
that was one of
but
the
I
things
did what I
couldn't
could.
find.
Yep. But I've got it to the point where like it's fairly far around along. It's just a matter of like him flushing it out a little bit in terms of mechanics, or I would just wait until that stuff comes out and then I do it myself. We'll see where that goes. But regardless, it's a good resource and it was a good activity. It felt good to write a homebrew again because it's been since the OGL nonsense started, since I was writing a homebrew, and I missed that stuff.
Do you feel better?
Yeah.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10. By the way, did you see that Wizards postponing the pushing of the OGL?
Yep.
I thought that was neat.
Yeah, there's a few problems. I'd like to be able to praise them and be excited about it, because yes, on at face value, their apology was an actual apology, and that was nice. My one nitpick was that they still are saying that it was a draft and not a legitimate thing. I wish they'd own up on that and stop with that kind of charade, right?
Yeah.
But beyond that, though, people who looked into like the company and whatnot have spotted that the what's his name? Anyways, the guy that signed his name at the top and the bottom of the sheet, right? The executive producer or whatever it was, right? He's not the guy that would have been responsible for pushing this thing out anyways. B, he hasn't been in his position very long. I think they said maybe 7 months. C, they are putting a name and a face out there to try and distract people and get people angry. Effectively, he's their fall guy, right? He's not the one to blame, but the general public won't know that. He's also not like in a super high position or well known or anything like that. So if they have to move him back into the shadows, nothing will really be lost.
Nothing gained, nothing
So people are
lost.
exactly. So that's an area where they're trying to deflect some of the ire. The other area is they said that they're going to handle the OGL the same way they've been handling their Unearthed Arcana, where you can write like a little notes section as well as fill out like a survey, that kind of thing. That is doing two things for them that are kind of a little bit shady. Apparently internally, people from Wizards have said that they don't look at that feedback. That's something that nobody sorts through. And even when designers ask for that feedback, they don't give them that feedback.
Really?
At least as far as Unearthed Arcana goes, yeah. Which to me is disappointing, but like I understand. There's only so many humans that work there and so much time to pour over that kind of stuff. So assuming that like yes, they do indeed handle this like Unearthed Arcana, all those complaints, no one's gonna be like reading or sifting through them and they won't matter. So what it effectively ends up being is that you're instead taking away public complaints, public feedback from Twitter and Reddit and the like, and instead channeling it to an area that is not public, where people can't see those complaints, and in an area where no one is going to do anything about those complaints, right? So what for people like you and I who are educated on this subject now and who are keeping up with it, we still know like all this stuff and we can act accordingly. But what this does is it silences the voices of anyone that's not really paying attention and up to date on the news. Because they're going to be like, oh, well, they apologize, so now we can start shutting up and moving forward. And if we do need to talk, we can put it in the survey.
Yeah, the
Which
survey's not
is
going to be there for anything outside of, hey, here's
exactly,
a band aid.
exactly. So on the surface, if you're a normie, right, this was a very good step forward, and everything's great. But if you start scrutinizing it at all, this was a devious and downright morally corrupt business move that was very clever and very well done and very well executed. Like I gotta praise that, right? But at the same time, it's just like they are doing their damnedest to make this go away and do not have to pay for it. So I don't know. You take that as you will.
Honestly, I'm even surprised that they even said that because I was looking at that like going, you know, the fact it would be a good thing if they actually took the feedback and did something with it. That would be a wonderful
Mhm.
thing. They'd be one of the very few companies that actually put trust in their players. You know,
Yeah.
like how D&D used to be, where they actually
Well,
trust.
boy,
Now this,
imagine not having corrupt companies. Teehee.
well, the Wizards of the Coast wasn't always like this, and I hate the fact that I said that. I say that they used to care a lot, especially back in
Yeah.
first edition and uh,
Well, that was TSR back then.
yeah. Uh, most people who play it normally don't know that by that term, or how they did back in
Well,
second.
I wouldn't attribute the works of TSR to WotC and vice versa. To me, that muddies the water. I'd recommend not doing it.
Sorry, I got.
It also gives Wizards more credit than is due, and softens the blow and gives people false hope.
I don't know if it gives them false hope.
Well, because then think, oh yeah, what if it goes back to the glory days? But that wasn't them, is what I'm getting
Oh
at.
yeah, no, that wasn't them at all. But
Mhm.
when they actually gave a flip, that would be a great thing for them to do. Actually, start caring. Ooh, form a mist. I needed that. Okay, so I can do silver ring check now. I'm gonna check reverse captors next.
I'd say near the tail end of fourth edition and into a good chunk of fifth edition, they did give a damn. They put in some real legwork trying to capture that audience they'd lost when they allowed kind of Pathfinder to take over. Um, and then they rose to the top because, well, largely because of Critical Role and other shows like just turned and like Stranger Things, right? Kind of like created this boom of interest in D&D. And so
Stranger,
suddenly they were back
I
on
do have to
top.
give it to Stranger Things. They probably did more for the D&D community than Wizards probably ever did.
Mm. Yeah, my point is that like they got back on top and they're just like, okay, now that we're on top, let me try and solidify us being on top and control the market. And that's what their problem was they shouldn't have done that. They should have just been grateful being on top and just doing right by the community, and that's that.
Wait, now how most corporations get.
Mhm. It's just like, well, you do realize that making good money is better than making no money, and you could, make more money by doing this shady thing, but that also risks making no money. Are you sure that's worth the risk? It's- I don't know. I don't understand the kind of business dealings decisions that they make here. I don't understand how they think that it's a good idea to piss everyone off and to undervalue their consumer. To a degree, I understand undervaluing the consumer because there's always gonna be whiny bitches out there, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about that, right? You do have to appeal to the broader audience, but at that same time, like you do still have to appeal to that broader audience, and this was not that.
I just don't like the fact that there's people waiting on Matt Mercer to say something.
He's under an NDA, otherwise he would have said something by now. They shouldn't be waiting on him. He's not going to save or do anything. I don't whatever.
Yeah,
People worship that man, and it frustrates me.
I don't understand it. I'll be first one to
Yeah,
say
I know your stance on Mercer. I think he's probably a good guy. I like him, but also like he's not the second coming of Christ. Jeez Louise, man.
Yeah, that's Tiamat. I mean, what?
Hail to you, man.
the those who are listening, if you don't know who Tiamat is, it's one of the dragon gods in D&D.
Mm.
And if you need to ask that, I'm sorry.
Also an archdevil.
That's true. Wait, when did he turn? Yeah, he was an archdevil before. Never mind.
She.
Same thing.
Fuck boy. I know my lore. Dab, 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 dab.
You do. I'm not. I'll give you that.
Lore for a setting that I probably won't run in anymore. Cries. No, it's still good to know those tropes and whatnot, because they can aid you in making quote unquote setting agnostic campaign settings.
Well, they can't. They can't coin the phrase for Tiamat or
Tiamat.
Bahamut or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I know. But the lore, right, of the Archdevil and her responsibilities in those layers of hell, right, or I guess in her layer of hell.
Yeah.
Those are things that they absolutely can. So the lore doesn't matter. The word sorry, sorry. The lore does matter. The lore. There we go. Is what I can't. Is what's no longer relevant to me. The only thing that's relevant to me is that Tiamat as a name and as a concept exists. That's something that they can't copyright and that I could still like use. But the lore, that's not something I could use.
Correct.
And that's the thing I care about using. So
Well,
there you have it.
you can still use Tiamat and Tiamat. Even making her an a devil, you can still do. So I'm not too worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you really can't coin.
Oh yeah. For your own like homebrew campaigns, like you can, and it's not something I'm super worried about. It was just an example, and an observation.
Yeah,
You're fixating way too much on
I really am, and I think it's because there was a ton of dragon campaigns back in the day.
I mean, it's in the name. I could imagine.
Yeah, like sorry, I'm reminiscing right now, and I got the long gaze of days past of when I enjoyed D&D as a whole. I was looking forward to every session I DM'd. I was looking forward to every session that I was a part of, and really after this whole OGL thing, I don't know if I'll ever like go back to it, especially if they continue on with this thought process.
That's where I am too. I've told myself, give it a year or two, and if they like actually seem like they're trying to better themselves, then sure, I'm Mr. Forgiveness and mercy and second chances.
Yes.
So I'm like all down to go back to liking Wizards of the Coast. maybe even working for them someday. Like, I'm not gonna say never. I'm not gonna burn bridges, right? But for right now, yeah, no, I'm very much want nothing to do with them or any of their brands,
Fuck
right?
them
That's
and the wizards in their
yeah.
towers.
Yep. For the immediate future, nothing. In the far future, ideally, yes. But you never know, right? Maybe they might just keep dicking it up for the next 3 years.
If they do, it'd be sad.
Yep. If they do, I think they'll see history repeat itself. They're already at risk of that, right? They've they people compared the OGL 1.1 to the document for fourth edition.
Oh god.
And if that is indeed the case, and if they stopped like supporting fifth edition and 3.5 and third edition and all that kind of stuff from the old OGL, which it looked like they were going to replace that and stop supporting that, then yes, it would have driven people to other systems, which means that either Pathfinder 2e would have blown up, or we would have seen a new competitor rise up to replace them. I think that they're doing their best to avoid that timeline, and I think they'll ultimately be successful. And that being said, there are probably going to be quite a few little new indie systems coming out of the woodworks. I don't know how successful they're going to be, but it's still an interesting time to, be mad at Wizards of the Coast and be excited about those indie projects.
I am kind of excited for Relic because it definitely gives me some Dark Souls vibes, dude. And I think that's
I think that that's just you being silly. That being said, yeah, it is conducive to a more harsh, darker campaign for sure. It depends on the DM style. I could see you definitely running some lighthearted campaigns in the system. I don't think there's anything in it that specifically screams Dark Souls to me. But you definitely could run that flavor of campaign in it.
all right. Fuck you, guys. Fuck you.
I think you just got Dark Souls on the brain.
I do. I've been wanting to play it recently, and I think I'll actually end up.
Then do it.
I think I'll actually be playing Dark Souls 2 soon.
That's what I do. Is every now and then I'll revisit Dark Souls. It's good stuff. Just play casually. Listen to stuff in the background.
But no, I mean Dark Souls as a very. You can get really dark, really hardcore into this, and absolutely just make a grueling campaign. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
It depends. Grueling campaigns still need to be fun and feel satisfying and cathartic.
Of course.
If it's just death and misery and whatnot, you can go too hard. You need to have the right DM that makes you feel as though it's grueling without actually making it grueling. You gotta capture the flavor of it, not necessarily make the mechanics punishing. Hopefully that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. What I'm saying is that I feel I get a lot of satisfaction from playing Dark Souls. It gets me really excited, and that's what I mean. Like when I feel like I'm comparing something to Dark Souls, it's not the hard aspect of it. It's that you are going to persevere and get something really fucking great for your trouble.
Oh, okay. Then yes, you're 200%. Relic is like Dark Souls in that regard. It is a harsher system where I feel as though if you win and you get magic items and gold and whatnot, like yeah, that was deserved. Like you did risk death. It does come off as a very deadly system to me, and also one like where you do need to be playing
You need to pay attention.
considerably well. Yeah.
You need to pay attention to what's targeting you.
Yes.
And that's what I mean when something Souls like difficulty. Whatever. I can make a grueling campaign in D&D 5e. I'm not worried about that. What I personally want, and I hope this Relic system, I'm actually gonna donate to their Kickstarter for this. And I don't donate to Kickstarter.
I'm not sure if they're going that direction yet.
I thought they had it.
They do have a Patreon though. You'd want to look at their Patreon.
Oh, it's a Patreon. I thought I saw a Kickstarter.
Nah, Kobold Press will be putting out a Kickstarter for their system, but so far Relic has not mentioned Kickstarter to my knowledge.
Wait, Cobalt?
Cobalt Press.
What's the Cobalt
They
Press?
they Project Black Flag. Did you not see that?
I did not. Was that?
Okay, so Cobalt Press, they actually wrote the first module for 5e. The what is it? Oh gosh dang it. Rise of Tiamat, Horde of the Dragon Queen, Tyranny of Dragons. There we go. I got there.
Yes, I got that.
Which yes, I know is a module I don't like, but
Whatever.
but the point still stands. They've been in the business long before then, but they've at least like been in the 5e business from the very beginning. Like Wizards trusted them with their IP at the very beginning of 5e. Like I say that to like draw attention that these are some of the big boys in the industry. They are not an insignificant player here. And this significant player here is now working on a system of their own. Right. They say their game plan is to do some playtesting and then do a Kickstarter. It seems as though their intention is to have the playtesting last at least a half year, because their intention is to do some playtesting in person at Gen Con, which is in August. So at the very least, we know that like their calendar includes playtesting all the way through August. Past that point, I don't know, right? But it seems as though this isn't a system that's going to come out overnight. But at the very least, like, yeah, it's something they're working on. It's something they've committed to. They've also shouted out Paizo's orc, which means that it seems as though they intend to include their rules under that orc document or whatever it ends up being. So this could be a big new system for all we know. This could be that new Pathfinder equivalent. I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say no, because Pathfinder 2e being already out right now, I already know that a good chunk of the 5e player base is already migrating to that. So whatever Cobalt Press kicks out a half year or maybe even a year from now needs to be able to compete with that. Because otherwise, like, it's just gonna become Pathfinder 2 dominating the market, which may be for the best. I don't know. I've heard very good things about the system. I really enjoyed the Pathfinder 2 playtest, so assuming it's still in line with that, it's probably deserved.
That would be 121. I am above my personal best by 45. Fuck.
Hey, congrats. Wait, above?
Above, yeah, I missed it by 45.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. You got above. All right.
Yeah, I was.
Seconds?
Yeah, 45 seconds.
Okay. You'll get it next time.
I will. I need to start practicing. I haven't touched this game in damn over a week.
Mm-hmm. Is that the end of this stream then, or are you gonna do one more run?
What time is it? No, that's pretty much in the stream.
All right, fair enough.
Give me 2 seconds. Thank you, everybody that joined me tonight. Thank you, dear. Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. Thank you, Derek, for joining me right at the tail end. I do appreciate it. You know, I love talking about new systems in D&D. Good, bad, ugly, you know, whatever, truth and lie. If you're a fan and you do want to see more of this content or hear more about this, you can always check out Derek the Diligent's YouTube. You can find him there. I can put a link in the comments below for his channel if you want to take a look at the Relic system and anything else. He also does Pokemon, and I think you're doing a few other games, aren't you?
Yeah, that's dependent. I might have bit off more than I can chew. I'm definitely gonna try and focus down on the D&D stuff, and then I definitely will at least casually play like Pokemon, Fire Emblem, Dark Souls, that kind of stuff. But the main focus, at least for right now, is not D&D, TTRPG stuff. There we go. I should clarify. I'm just so used to using that to refer to my hobby. But I'm gonna be double.
So yeah, if you want to see more of his stuff, you can always find him. I'll be putting him in the comments below. Take a look. Good guy, good channel all the way around. And if you want to see some more Castlevania Randomizer stuff, stay tuned. I will be going live really Sunday through Saturday next week, and doing more randomizers. I think on Wednesday, I'm actually going to start early in the morning and might be going into late evening doing more. I'm talking about 3 or 4 runs all together. There is a category that I want to try and do, and that is an all bosses speed run. I found out that's a thing, and right now there's only one person that holds a real good title on that, and that's Dragon Blitz. He's a big boy speedrunner. Uh, I do have it planned to do more than just Castlevania 2. Uh, I think next week I might be introducing a new game to the channel, uh, but that's going to be a secret for right now. Oh, dear God, no. I did one Fortnite stream way back when in the day, deleted it off my Twitch, and never again. And hopefully, I am hoping that I'm going to end up going to a 6-player seamless co-op Elden Ring shenanigans run where it's going to have Diablo-style loot. The enemies are going to be randomized. There's going to be twice as many enemies out on the board. Um, just absolute chaos. I also have it planned to bring back an old favorite of mine, which is Dragon Age Inquisition. Old game, I know. And if I can get enough people, I'd like to do an Among Us or a Goose Goose Duck run. Stay tuned for that, too. And after all that's said and done, y'all have a beautiful, beautiful night. Thank you for joining me. And like always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. 1 second, Derek. 1 second, Derek.